So now what you're doing is basically the answer to that question is what you can afford to lose.
So, like for companies who have to take on debt, so what's the right amount?
That's a tough one. I think the right amount of debt, it depends, right? Because if you've got a personal guarantee, which a lot of banks and institutions want, if you
Yep.
don't have the financials to support it, they're going to ask for personal guarantee.
Yep.
So now what you're doing is basically the answer to that question is what you can afford to lose. And that's hard because
That's a
as a
hard thing.
startup entrepreneur, you're likely, I mean, maybe you're lucky. Maybe you had an exit and you have a bunch of capital you can invest, but even that is hard to lose. So it does come down to what you can lose. The other answer is, what do you really need? So one of the things I think people make a mistake in doing is they get more money than they need. Sometimes they'll raise more money in equity,
Yep.
or they'll borrow more money than they actually need. So getting really, really clear on what is actually needed.
And so I think that, like, this has been, and I'm gonna get, like, super authentic and real here. This has been a struggle for us because 'cause we've had to take on loans, right, to carry through, like, lulls, project time, carry staff through, like, okay, this project doesn't start for another month, and then, like, so we needed to cash flow manage. And it was a hard conversation with our spouses and still continues to be because they don't understand, like, it's a debt ratio, but, like, they're not zooming out, they just see the debt, right? And so, like, growing and scaling a business is hard, and there's gonna be a point where you need cash that you don't have.
Totally. And so, the question is, what do you do, right?
Join the YYC Calgary business community today. Get featured, become a host or a sponsor. It's time to get your business noticed and support local. DM us to learn more.